Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So one thing is, don't mind my nails. One of my acrylics broke off this morning, and naturally when one breaks off I can't just keep the rest on, so I ripped the rest off and I just haven't had a chance to paint my nails yet. Second thing is, I don't know how long I'm gonna have this background. I was editing my last video and I just was not feeling it for many different reasons, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how long this is going to stay. I just don't know. Another thing, everything I have on my face right now will be listed below, like usually I do. And yeah, I think that's all, other than we have freaking 12 inches of snow outside and I'm not happy about it. So today's video, getting back on track, is going to be my favorite bronzers and highlighters. So I'm just gonna again hop right into it. I have 5 bronzers, 5 highlighters, and I like to use them all like the bronzers for different things. So I'll just kind of explain what they are, why I like them, kind of on the range of what they cost. Some of them I don't know, so I'll have to look, but I will have everything listed that I mentioned below, and I will try to find the prices for you guys. So let's just hop right into it. First, I'm going to start with bronzers. This first one is from Pronoun, and I actually got this, I think, in a BoxyCharm box when I used to get them. I don't get them anymore. I stopped getting BoxyCharm and Ipsy. Maybe I'll start back. Who knows? I miss them a lot, and I miss doing like the unboxings on my channel, so who knows, maybe I'll sign back up for them and start doing those again. But again, getting back on track, I swear. I got this one in a BoxyCharm. Again, the brand is Pronoun. The color is in Blowtorch 1, and it is super dark. I don't know if it's picking up on camera just how dark it is, but it is super dark. In the pan, when you put it on your skin, it definitely has like an orangey undertone to it, and I really like this for summertime when I get super tan. That's why I love it so much, even though it's so dark, is because I love this for when I'm tanner and like more of the spring and summertime. I don't like using this in the fall and winter because I'm super pale, which I'm even pale in the summertime, but really pale in the wintertime, so I don't use this. But I love it. Next is probably my holy grail bronzer. I will probably wear this until the day that I die, but it's the Benefit Hoola bronzer. It's just a really nice matte brown, and it is definitely has a whole lot more brown undertones in it. I don't know if you can see it right there, than the Pronoun one. But this is perfect for contouring. I use it to bronze up my entire face. I do use it more when like I just want to contour, but love this stuff. This is probably like my favorite bronzer of all time, and like I said, I'll probably wear this. Bad thing about having animals? Hair everywhere. Everywhere. In my lipstick all the time. But again, I will wear this until the day that I die. Benefit Hoola is by far the best bronzer, and it is on the pricier side, but it is totally worth it. I've had this for like 2 years and still haven't hit pan, and I use it all the time, so love that. The next two are very reasonably priced. The first one is from BH, and if you know me, I'm constantly using stuff from BH because they are amazing. And this is their Bombshell bronzer. It is, the first two I showed you were matte bronzers. This one does have shimmer in it, so I don't use it to contour. It's in the color Diva, and it says it's a matte bronzer, but it's not. It has shimmer in it. However, I love this when I'm just looking to bronze up my face, and as you can see, that one has more of like a peachy undertone. The first one is orangey, the second one has more of a brown, and then this one has more of like a peachy undertone to it, and I love this to bronze up my face. I find that I bronze my face more than I contour it. I'd rather have like the nice bronzy glow than like the harsh lines. So I do love, again, this BH Bombshell bronzer in the color Diva. And again, I'll have everything listed below with the prices, and I will see if I can find links to all this stuff as well if you'd like it. The next one is probably the cheapest bronzer that I own. It's from NYC, and NYC is super cheap, but the few things that I use from them are like spot on, because I use their liquid liner and I use this bronzer right here. It's just a really light bronzer. It's in the color Sunny, and this one is also matte. And this one, it's funny to like see them swatched on my hand, because this, so many people look at all my stuff and they're like, everything is the same color, but this is proof that it's not, because this one has like a burnt orange type of undertone to it. I don't know if you can see, but all four of these are completely different colors. But I absolutely love this one for just like everyday use, whether I want to contour, whether I want to bronze, whether I'd like to do both. This is just such an amazing bronzer for such a cheap price. It's probably under $5. It's probably like $2 or $3, to be honest with you. But I love this bronzer so much. The last one is from my NYX Highlight Contour Palette. Now, I think the palette itself is like $24, but it has 4 highlight shades, 4 bronzer shades, and I'll show you. Now, I've used all of them except I have not used this super dark one on the end yet because I'm a little too pale for all that, but I have used the other 3. My favorite one is this one on the end, and it's in the color Tan. The colors are Tan, Toffee, Sculpt, and Hollow, but Tan is definitely my favorite one. Now, I don't know if you can buy these individually. I will check, and if so, I will link the one I'm talking about below. I need like tweezers or something. You may be able to, because they can pop out. I don't know if that's just a for like traveling purposes, but they do pop out, so I'm wondering if you can buy like the replacements for it. I'm not sure, but this one is beautiful. It is what I have on my cheeks right now, and this is definitely like the browniest one that I have, and it's actually like the darkest and probably most pigmented one that I have. However, I love it for everyday like bronzing. Again, I don't really contour much, so I haven't used this for contouring yet. I'm just sitting here like holding my arm up talking to you guys. I haven't used it for contouring yet, but for bronzing up my face, I love this one. I'll check and see if they have like just like the replacements or sell this on its own. So unless you want to buy the whole palette, because I think, like I said, it was like $25, I think, for the whole thing, which is still a really good price, but I'll check and see if they sell that individually. But again, these are all of the bronzers. Again, they were the Enter Pronoun, Benefit Hoola. This was the... Was this? Yes, this was the this was the Bombshell one from BH. This was the NYC Sunny, and this one was from the NYX palette. So those are all my favorite bronzers. Now I'm going to talk about the brushes that I use whenever I contour or highlight. The first brush is from Real Techniques. It is a contour brush. I don't think you can buy this on its own. I think it comes in a set with like 2 or 3 other brushes, but I'll have the set linked below, and if I can find this on its own, I'll link it below. But I use this for whenever I do actually contour and I want to really carve out my cheekbones. I use this. It's just a really small tapered brush, and I love this for actually contouring my face. When I want to just have a really super duper like bronzed look to like, not where I put it all over my whole face, but kind of, I like using this Precision Beauty angled blush brush. I don't use it for blush. It's, again, just a really thick angled brush, and it's perfect for like really blending out your contour or your bronzer if you want to cover a large area with your bronzer. This is the brush that I absolutely love using. But my everyday favorite brush to use for my bronzer, which is what I did to bronze up my face today, is this brush. Again, I'll have to check and see because I got it in a set. I'll link the set below, but I'll also see if I can find it just this brush. But it's the BH Cosmetics 126. It's just kind of flat right here, but it's perfect. I don't know. It's just perfect for keeping the line straight and not blending it all down your face. But it's, I don't know, it's just so perfect for blending in your bronzer, and I absolutely love this brush. It is my favorite for sure. We are going to move on to highlighters, and the first one actually is not a highlighter. It's an eyeshadow that I just used for a highlighter. It's from Elizabeth Mott, and it's Pop Goes the Shadow. I got this in like an Ipsy or a BoxyCharm, I'm not sure, but it's in the color Champagne, and it's just like a really pretty champagne-y color, and I love using this for a highlight. It's like a perfect pinky gold almost. It's really just like a perfect, hopefully, I don't know if you can see the highlighters, I'm going to show you anyway, but that's it right there. I can't tell if you can see it or not, so I'm sorry, but that is the Elizabeth Mott eyeshadow in Champagne, and again, it is just beautiful to pop on the cheeks and the tip of your nose because that's my favorite place ever to highlight, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I love using this eyeshadow as a highlighter, and it's good for the brow bone too. The second one is this Ofra blush stripes in the color Illuminating. I would never use this as a blush because it's a highlight and I can't get it open. But it just looks like this. It has 4 colors in it. It has like a really pretty coppery bronzy color, more of like a peachy, very white one, and then one with more of a pinky undertone. Now, I don't use any of these separately. What I do is I take whatever brush I'm using to highlight and mix them, and it just makes such a pretty, like, bronzy with a pinky undertone. I'm horrible at describing things. Highlight. It has more of a pinky undertone compared to the first one. The eyeshadow that has a little bit more of a peachy undertone. Again, I don't know if you can see these. I'm hoping you can. The background might not let you, but that is the Ofra blush stripes. The third one is definitely very affordable. It's Wet n Wild. I don't think I paid over like $4 or $5 for this either. And it is the, from the Center Stage Fergie collection, it is a shimmer palette, I guess, and it's in the color Rose Champagne Glow, and it just looks like this. It's a really pretty, like, peachy highlight, and it has, like, pink and peachy kind of stripes throughout it, and when you mix this together, it is so beautiful, and it's not really showing up much. But I love using this for more of like a subtle highlight when I don't want it like a bam highlight. This one is going to be hard to see because it's super light. However, again, I like using this when I don't want like a super strong highlight, which is very rare, but it happens. The next one, actually my husband bought this for me recently. I've seen everybody using it all over YouTube and everything, like everywhere really. And I was really eyeballing it when we went into Ulta, and he was walking around, like, I think he was trying to make it so I didn't really see it, because he was just kind of like holding it in his hand and just walking around, because I didn't see him pick it up. And then he ended up buying it for me, which was really sweet because it is a high-end highlight, which I don't think I own really any high-end highlights that like I've purchased. If I have any like higher end highlights, they're they've come in like BoxyCharm or something like that. But this is the Laura Geller Highlight in Gilded Honey, and it is the perfect bronzy, like golden highlight. Oh my gosh, it is so, I can't even handle it. I have been wearing this oh god, I can't handle it, non-stop since he got this for me. First off, like, I'm hoping you can like tell just how beautiful all these are. It is just the perfect like bronzy highlight. Like, do you see that? Hopefully you can see that because it is beautiful. Like, I can't even explain it. This is probably my favorite highlight that I own. Just saying. And the last highlight, I am sorry, but you can't get it by itself because it comes in a palette. It's another BH product. This is the BH Carli Bybel palette, and it has 14 different colors in it. First off, I love all the eyeshadows in this. Second, it like smells good. I don't know if they like put perfumes or anything in this, but smells real good. And my favorite highlight from this is this one over here in the corner. It does not have a name, but it's just a really light, like ivory, pinky highlight. And it is seriously so beautiful. Let me shut this because that mirror is like way reflective. But oh my sweet lord. It is so pretty. I can't even handle it, guys. This is like one of the prettiest highlights that I own. It's seriously, if I just lived with these two highlights for like the rest of my life, I'd be so good. I'd be set. But again, it's just like a really pretty ivory highlight, and those are my 5 highlights. Again, it was the Elizabeth Mott eyeshadow, the Ofra blush stripes, Wet n Wild, Laura Geller, and from the Carli Bybel palette. And again, hopefully you can see those. If not, sorry. But these are my favorites. Next, I'm going to move on to my favorite brushes to use to apply a highlight. I really don't ever use a fan brush to apply a highlight, even though I know that's like the main way people like will apply highlights. I don't know. But the first one I love to use is this Real Techniques setting brush. I'm hoping you can buy this by itself. I think you can, but it's just so perfect, and it's like dense enough to hold enough product, because I find a lot of times like my brush doesn't want to hold the product very well, but you just like tap this in the highlight and it is so small and like perfect for getting like the cheekbones, your nose, your cupid's bow. If you want to highlight a little bit above your eyebrow, this is just so small and so perfect for highlighting. The next one is just honestly a little bit smaller version of my favorite brush that I'm going to show you last. It is the e.l.f. small tapered brush, and that's exactly what it is. It's a small little tapered brush. Again, all you do is dip this and it's perfect. It's like has that little bit of an angle going up that it's perfect to like sit right everywhere where you need to highlight. And then my favorite one, again, it came in the set with my favorite bronzer brush. I will have that set listed below. And if I can find this brush on its own, I'll have that linked as well. But it's the BH 125. And it's just a little bit bigger of a brush than that e.l.f. one. And it's, again, a tapered brush, so it perfectly gets everywhere. This picks up the perfect amount of product. This is my favorite highlighter brush ever. And I'm always going to use it. Sorry, not sorry. That is it for my favorite bronzers and highlights. Actually, after this video, I think I want to film like some of my favorite like lipsticks or blushes or something. I don't know. We'll think about it. But that again is it. I will have everything linked below with the prices and all of that stuff. Everything I got on my face will be listed below as well. And I don't think I have much else to say other than I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.